beyond the Durand Line. From strategic depth to the occupation of geography, the role of the Taliban in expanding Pakistan's influence in Afghanistan. Introduction. Since its creation in 1947, Pakistan has never viewed Afghanistan as an independent state, but rather as a sphere of influence and a strategic depth. In this perspective, Afghanistan was expected to serve as a shield against India and a bridge for Pakistan's security interests, not as a partner in regional development and stability. This perception is rooted in the legacy of colonial policy. When Pakistan emerged from the partition of British India, its newly formed military establishment took control of foreign policy and identified Afghanistan as the first arena for pressure and influence. From proxy war to full penetration. In the 1990s, Pakistan began cultivating the Taliban in religious schools and provided them with military support, implementing its operational plan to control Kabul. The Taliban became Pakistan's proxy tool to execute the strategic depth policy in Afghanistan. This approach continued even during the international presence in Afghanistan. After the fall of the Taliban regime in 2001, Pakistan maintained the command and logistical networks of militant groups through safe havens in Waziristan and Baluchistan. Over the past 2 decades, Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence (ISI) directly supported the Taliban in their war against the Afghan Republic. Field evidence proved that the war in Afghanistan was not an internal conflict but a proxy war directed from Islamabad. Following the collapse of the Republic in August 2021, the Taliban transitioned from a proxy force to a ruling power. Yet, rather than gaining independence, their dependency on Pakistan only deepened. Today's strikes, crossing the boundary of proxy warfare. Pakistan's recent airstrikes on Kandahar and Kabul mark a new phase of direct intervention. The Taliban, attempting to conceal this aggression, described it as a fuel tanker explosion. However, independent international reports confirmed that Pakistani fighter jets bombed targets inside Afghan territory. These attacks revealed that the Taliban are not only incapable of defending against foreign aggression but also willing to conceal the truth to maintain an illusion of authority. Pakistan's geoeconomic and regional ambitions. Pakistan's policy in Afghanistan is not limited to security, it is deeply rooted in economic and geo-economic objectives. Islamabad aims to control Afghanistan's trade and energy routes, securing exclusive access to Central Asia. Projects such as the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, the Tapi gas pipeline, and the Kasa 1000 energy project are part of this broader strategy. In Afghanistan's complex geopolitical landscape, each regional power plays a unique role. India expanded its political influence through investments in education and infrastructure, which remains Islamabad's main concern. Iran seeks limited stability in western Afghanistan but maintains ideological and strategic rivalries with both the Taliban and Pakistan. China desires stability to safeguard its economic corridor and pressurizes Pakistan to manage the Taliban. Russia, through the Moscow format, attempts to balance Western and Pakistani influence in the region. From proxy to gradual occupation. Pakistan has moved beyond proxy warfare and is now pursuing a policy of gradual territorial control. The recent airstrikes signify this shift, from indirect influence to direct intervention. By exploiting the Taliban's internal weaknesses and lack of international legitimacy, Islamabad seeks to establish a semi-colonial order in Afghanistan where Kabul's decisions are dependent on Pakistan's approval. Possible future scenarios. 1. Escalation. Pakistan increases military and intelligence pressure, formalizing its influence through targeted operations. 2. Pragmatic settlement. The Taliban accept new limitations and surrender further autonomy to Islamabad, resulting in fragile coexistence. 3. Renewed proxy conflict. any domestic resistance in Afghanistan could ignite new confrontations involving India, Iran, and Russia. Conclusion: Pakistan is treading a perilous path. Any instability it creates in Afghanistan will inevitably spill back into its own borders. History has proven that no nation achieves stability by destabilizing its neighbor. The Taliban, once claiming to be defenders of independence, have now become a regime that justifies foreign aggression and conceals the truth. Afghanistan today more than ever needs national awareness, civic unity, and a renewed definition of sovereignty. One that is not confined to slogans but reflected in the courage to resist domination, deception, and occupation.